Hello, everybody, and welcome to Uncle Teddy Bear Cooks, the podcast where we explore the fascinating stories behind the world's most iconic foods. I'm your host, Uncle Teddy Bear, and today we're diving into a dish that's loved by millions around the world. That's right, it's pizza time. Whether you prefer a classic margarita, a New York slice, or something a little more adventurous, pizza is a food with a rich history that spans centuries and continents. So grab a slice, sit back, and let's dig into the incredible history of pizza. Before pizza as we know it today existed, there were flatbreads. The story of pizza starts thousands of years ago in ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans. These cultures all had their own versions of flatbreads baked in clay ovens and topped with simple ingredients like herbs, oils, and sometimes cheese. In ancient Greece, they had a dish called plakous, a flatbread topped with herbs, onions, and garlic. Meanwhile, the Romans had panis focaccius, which would later evolve into the beloved focaccia. These early flatbreads were the building blocks for what would eventually become pizza, but we're still a long way from the cheesy, tomatoey goodness we know and love today. Let's fast forward to medieval times, when pizza begins to take on a form we'd recognize. By the Middle Ages, flatbreads were a staple in southern Italy, particularly in Naples. Naples was a bustling port city founded by the Greeks around 600 BC, and by the 16th century it was home to a large population of working-class people. These people needed food that was inexpensive, filling, and portable, and that's where flatbreads, or early versions of pizza, came in. Street vendors in Naples sold these flatbreads to the city's workers. They were topped with basic ingredients like garlic, lard, and sometimes anchovies. But the biggest transformation was yet to come, and it arrived in the form of a fruit that, at first, was considered dangerous. That's right, we're talking about the tomato. Believe it or not, tomatoes were once thought to be poisonous in Europe. After being brought back from the Americas in the 16th century, tomatoes were initially met with suspicion due to their association within the deadly nightshade family. But by the late 16th and early 17th centuries, tomatoes began to find their way into southern Italian cuisine, particularly in Naples. And that's when things really started to heat up. Neapolitan peasants began adding tomatoes to their flatbreads, creating a dish that we can now recognize as an early form of pizza. This simple combination of bread, tomatoes, and sometimes a bit of cheese was cheap, delicious, and it quickly became a favorite among the working-class population of Naples. But it wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries that pizza as we know it today truly began to take shape. And much of that evolution happened in one place, Naples. By the 18th century, pizza was a well-established street food in Naples. Vendors would walk through the streets with boxes of pizza balanced on their heads, selling slices to hungry passer-by. These early pizzas were simple, but they were packed with flavor, often featuring tomatoes, garlic, and sometimes cheese or anchovies. It was in Naples that the first true pizzerias began to appear. There were small establishments where customers could sit down and enjoy a freshly baked pizza straight from a wood-fired oven. One of the oldest and most famous is, and I apologize because I know I'm going to mess this up, Antica Pizzeria Portalba, which started as a street stand in 1738 and became a formal pizzeria in 1830. But one of the most iconic moments in pizza history occurred in 1889 and it involved royalty. Legend has it that King Umberto I and Queen Margherita of Italy visited Naples and grew tired of the fancy French cuisine typically served to them. They wanted something local, something simple. Enter Rafael Esposito, a local pizzaiolo who prepared 3 pizzas for the royal couple. One of those pizzas was topped with tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and fresh basil, red, white, and green, the colors of the Italian flag. Queen Margherita was so impressed that Esposito named the pizza after her, calling it Pizza Margherita. The royal endorsement helped her elevate pizza from a humble street food to a dish of national pride, and Pizza Margherita remains a beloved classic to this day. The next chapter in pizza's history involves a major leap across the Atlantic. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, waves of Italian immigrants arrived in the United States, bringing their food traditions with them, including pizza. These immigrants settled in cities like New York, Boston, and Chicago, and soon pizzerias began to pop up. One of the first and most famous was Lombardi's, which opened in 1905 in New York City's Little Italy. Lombardi's served up classic Neapolitan-style pizza, cooked in a coal-fired oven, and it quickly became a hit with both Italian immigrants and local New Yorkers. World War II played a huge role in pizza's rise to mainstream popularity in the U.S. American soldiers stationed in Italy developed a taste for pizza and brought their newfound love for it back home. By the 50s and 60s, pizza had exploded in popularity across the U.S., transforming from an ethnic food to a beloved American staple. Pizza was on fire in the post-war era, and it wasn't just spreading across America, it was global. The 50s and 60s saw the rise of pizza chains like Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars, which made pizza accessible to the masses. These chains brought pizza to every corner of the US and Canada, and eventually to countries around the world. Frozen pizza also made its debut in the 50s, allowing people to enjoy pizza at home. Brands like Totino's and DiGiorno became household names, and frozen pizza became a staple in freezers everywhere. Pizza's global expansion didn't stop there. It spread to Europe, Asia, and beyond, often being adapted to local tastes. In Japan, you might find pizza topped with squid or mayo, while in India, it's not uncommon to see toppings like tandoori chicken or curry spices. Even though pizza was becoming more diverse and global, its origin in Naples weren't forgotten. In 2009, the European Union granted Neapolitan pizza, traditional specialty guaranteed status, and in 2017, UNESCO recognized the art of Neapolitan pizza making as part of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Pizza had officially earned its place as a global culinary icon. Today, pizza is more than just food. It's a cultural phenomenon. In recent years, there's been a resurgence of interest in artisanal and craft pizza. Chefs from around the world are returning to traditional methods, using wood-fired ovens and high-quality ingredients to create pizza that's as much an art as it is a meal. But whether you're enjoying a gourmet Neapolitan pizza in Italy, grabbing a slice from a New York City pizzeria, or popping a frozen pizza into your oven at home, the one thing is clear. Pizza has become a global comfort food. It's a dish that brings people together, no matter where they are or what toppings they prefer. It's often said that hot pizza is good pizza, but cold pizza is still good pizza. From its humble beginnings as a simple flatbread to its current status as a worldwide favorite, pizza has traveled an incredible journey through history, It's a testament to the power of food to connect cultures and bring joy to people everywhere. So the next time you bite into a slice of pizza, remember that you're not just enjoying a delicious meal, you're also taking a bite of history. Pizza has come a long way from the streets of Naples to become a beloved dish around the world. It's a story of innovation, tradition, and most importantly, flavor. And I don't want to hear any arguments about pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. I don't want to hear any arguments because I know there's people out there that put pickles on pizza. I don't care that you put pickles on pizza. So don't knock me for liking pineapples on mine. It's gotten to the point in our world that you can put whatever you want on a pizza. As long as you like it. Put it on there, eat it. Who's to say what shouldn't be on a pizza? Shouldn't matter if it offends anybody. It shouldn't offend anybody. I've seen places put chicken curry, tandoori chicken shawarma on top of pizza. Donair pizzas. So, that's all for today's show. I hope you enjoyed this journey through the history of pizza. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, leave a review, share it with your fellow pizza lovers. And as always, keep exploring, keep tasting. Until next time, I'm Uncle Teddy Bear, and this has been Uncle Teddy Bear Cooks. Thanks for listening.